Heart disease is the largest killer of New Zealand women. So this year, the Heart Foundation's calling a code red on heart disease and urging women across the country to take control of their health by supporting the Go Red for Women campaign. To talk more on this issue, I'm joined by the Foundation's patron, Dame Jenny Shipley. Good morning.
Good morning.
A lot of people think that breast cancer is the #1 killer of Kiwi women, but that's not the case.
Well, it's important, and we've made a lot of progress, but heart disease kills many more women than breast cancer in New Zealand, and we do need to raise that awareness. 3/4 of New Zealand women didn't know that heart disease is the biggest killer, so you can tell that we've got a big job, even just to get people alerted.
So firstly, we don't know that it's a big killer of women, and secondly, we think of heart disease as a men's disease. It seems to be the perception around it.
Look, even I personally thought men get this problem, it's not women, this can't be heart. I think we as women do need to really tune into our health and realise there are many preventable deaths where we're losing New Zealand women through heart disease because they don't recognise the symptoms, or when they go to the doctor they think, oh, I won't just sort of speak about this clearly.
Right.
We need to give women the confidence to monitor themselves, and more importantly the confidence to go to the doctor if they do have symptoms and say, I'm not feeling well and it's okay for me to ask about whether my heart health is under control.
So can you tell us your story, because you suffered from a heart attack?
I had a heart attack in 2000, and to be fair, I come from a family where that risk was high. But I had a sore left arm, and actually the doctor said it was tennis elbow, and I did persist and go back. But when I think back again, even when I had the heart attack, I delayed. All the things you shouldn't do, I did. So what I'm keen to do now with the Heart Foundation is to learn from my own experience and share that, but also to say to other women, it is okay to go to your doctor if you think you've got high blood pressure or you're just not feeling well. Ask them to test your heart health so you can have all the indicators checked and you take control.
So this campaign is wanting to establish a research fund in New Zealand, a $4 million research fund, to research into women's heart health.
New Zealand women's heart health.
So what is the difference between New Zealand women's heart health and men's heart health?
Well, there are several things we know. More women die at the first heart attack than men. So in other words, of all the women who have heart attacks, about 1/3 of them die straight away. We need to understand why that is the case. More women die on that first heart attack than men. So even globally there's work being done. But we want to check whether there's anything unique about our diet, about whether our Maori and Pacific and Pākehā women collectively push the indicators up. So we do need over the next 2 years to raise a fund, and I'll be working with women's organisations and families and women and men, by the way. Men who love their women will want to give to this heart health program.
For people who are sort of throwing their hands in the air and going, oh, well, if I'm going to die, I might as well be of a heart attack, can you actually change the situation?
Oh, you can. Look, doing small things, changing the type of milk you drink to low-fat milk, trying to think about whether it's butter or light oils that you use in your cooking, whether it's slightly more greens and fruit than it is carbs.
And they make a difference?
Inch by inch, you can definitely improve your heart health, and in doing so, you're buying time. For me personally, I had to go through thinking about, look, I'm heading for a cliff here, and if I don't take control, I may well die prematurely. So changing a whole lot of small things, whether you can afford the time or the money, you can take control of your heart health. And the message is to women, love yourself, because by loving yourself, you help your family. And by doing these small things, we want them to make progress. You can help by going either online to the Heart Foundation and giving. There's a text you can give. Message is read, and it's 8589.
8589.
And if everyone in New Zealand gave $3 for the women they love, we'd have enough money to do this research straight away.
Fantastic. And we can obviously go to the Heart Foundation's website if we want to follow up any of that.
Very much so.
Jenny Shipley, thank you very much. Can I ask, did you have any awkward moments kissing foreign leaders in your time as Prime Minister?
Well, being a woman Prime Minister is a whole new game, as you can see.
It is, isn't it? Excellent. I'm sure you handled yourself with aplomb, Jenny Shipley, for the Heart Foundation. Thank you.
My pleasure.